What's up everybody, it's me Nick Desjarlais. Welcome back to the channel Vibe Nick, where we're doing tech and gadget reviews. Today we are diving back into the world of Sony, where we're focusing in on the SRS XG500 speaker that just recently came out. Now before we do so, to join along, smash that subscribe and like button for new videos every week. I just got my wisdom teeth out, sorry on the late post. I've been very out of it this past week and I'm sure you can see it in my cheeks, but I'm slowly getting better. Now, I just want to shout out a few people: Jack Kinman, MTA Official Channel, Perseus of Macedon, and Michael Anthony on the recent positive comments. Love to see it, guys, and that was only to name a few. Alrighty, let's dive in. So the speaker is just flat out massive. It's as wide as 18.1 inches, it has a height of 10.1, and it has a depth of 8.5. It weighs a total 12.4 pounds, so it definitely has some weight to it, which I guess means you can ditch those dumbbells and just start curling this big guy. Sort of. As we take a look at the exterior, you can see the mesh fabric going all the way around, and it gives a blackish gray look. I dig it, but it's not the best type of material to use for a speaker that's coming in at $450. But they still make it presentable. You got your nice long handle up top. It's great for carrying around, even though it's on the heavier side. And speaking of carrying this around, there's no need to worry of, bringing this to the beach or pool, because it is IP66 water resistant and dust proof. Now, coming over to both sides are your 4.33 inch passive radiators, and they have an awesome light show with multiple colors that go to the beat of the sound. You can turn them on and off with the button in the back, and we're going to get into all of that next. But you can also customize these lights and do more in the apps, which we're going to get to later in the video. So as we come to the back, we have a lot of cool things. You got your power input to charge the speaker, 2 USB-A type inputs to charge your devices, and for all my iPhone people, we know our phones can die very quickly. So if you're on the go and your phone is on low, your speaker can come in handy. You never know. It rhymed, and I might be a poet and not even know it, but I say we forget about that and keep going. Next to that is your audio input. Then all the way to the right is your mic and guitar input for maybe some karaoke or to shred some bass on that new guitar. You also get a dial to, mess around with the amp. And next to it is your guitar button to switch into this mode. Lastly, you got 3 more valuable buttons. Like I talked about before, you got that light to turn the LED lights on and off, battery care button, which avoids overcharging and keeps the battery in good shape. And then lastly, you got your Party Connect, which technically allows to connect up to 100 compatible speakers, which would be an unreal experience, probably too loud to handle. But again, it'd be a crazy time. Okay, now let's jump into the sound and bass. You have a 4.33 inch passive radiator on each side, like I mentioned a minute ago, 2 1-inch diameter tweeters, and Sony even added in X balanced speakers. So with all of these thrown in and working together, you get an amazing powerful sound with some incredible bass, and the vocal clarity is pretty sweet, where the highs and lows are controlled and very soothing to hear. So overall, I was impressed, and I should be for how expensive this speaker is. You also have some options on controlling the sound and bass. So to boost the bass, hit the mega bass button on the front of the speaker and you will hear a significant difference, and right under it is the stamina button, which softens and lowers the sound output, then turns off the LED lights to save the battery. This is all in line with your power button, your Bluetooth version, which is 5.0, and it has a maximum range of roughly 98 feet away from your device. Then you got your pause, play, and volume. Going into the 2 apps they give you, you got Music Center and Fiestable, where you can mess around with some settings. In Music Center, you can fix audio settings by changing the bass, DJing, which I don't really recommend because it usually doesn't sound great. You can turn certain controls on and off. You can mess around with colors and speed the LED lights up and down. Play your library of music either on your phone or insert a USB drive into the speaker and shuffle the music through the app. In Fiestable, it's more of the party app where you can dive into the DJ world having more control. You can do some karaoke, make some party playlists, and a bunch more. Me personally, I stay away from the apps and just simply connect my phone through Bluetooth and play the music, because anytime I try to fix the audio settings, it sounds worse than the default settings. But if you got some skill and you think you can make it sound better, then definitely give it a try. Now, I'll tell you, hearing the sound of the speaker through this video is nothing like hearing it in person, especially coming from the mic. But here's a quick 10 to 20 second sound test of the XG500. Roll it. Alright, we are back, and something very important we need to cover is battery. They say the maximum is 30 hours of playtime, and of course that's with all types of features shut off, but even when everything was being used, it still lasted for quite some time, even though it still took a chunk of battery life off. But what I'm getting at is you don't need to worry about this dying in the middle of a party or whatever you're doing in your day. Charge your phone with it, let it play all night. It's all good. And just a 10-minute charge will get you 3 hours of playtime, so since this battery is so good, I would honestly use the battery care option to protect the battery life as much as possible, because once a battery goes, everything starts to suck. Alright, well this speaker was fun to mess around with, and I honestly was a fan, even though the price was quite scary. I know there's a lot of speakers in competition, and many people saying that the JBL boomboxes blow this out of the water, so I may just have to make a review on it in the near future to see for myself. But I had fun with this, and doing a review on anything Sony is always a blast. If you're interested and want to make a purchase on the XG500 speaker, link is below, and if you've made it this far, I'll let you know that my next review is the Sony WF-1000 XM4 earbuds, so stay tuned if interested. Smash that subscribe and like button to join along with me, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.